This was brought to you by Franklin County Internet Gaming Society on YouTube and Facebook.
Stone Gathering, so at 15th level and higher, when the giant bearing ability is activated, you can hurl rocks weighing 40 to 50 pounds each, small objects, up to 5 range increments. The range increment is 120 feet, and the rocks deal 2d6, plus strength modifier, points of bludgeoning damage. This ability also allows you to catch small, medium, or large rocks, or projectiles of similar shape. Once per round, when you would normally be hit by a rock, you can make a reflex save to catch it as a free action. The DC is 15 for a small rock, 20 for a medium one, and 25 for a large one. If the projectile has a magic enhancement bonus on attack rolls, the DC increases by that amount. You must be ready for and aware of the attack, not flat-footed, to make a catching attempt. Frightful Presence, so starting at 17th level, when the giant bearing ability is activated, you unsettle surrounding foes when you are attacking or charging. Creatures within a radius of 30 feet are subject to the effect if they have fewer hit dice than you. A potentially affected creature that succeeds on a will save, DC 10 plus 1/2 your character level plus your charisma modifier, suffers no ill effect and is immune to your Frightful Presence for 24 hours. Those who fail the save become shaken for 4d6 rounds. No wound too big, so at 18th level and higher, while wearing Bullybasher's gauntlets, you heal 2 points of damage every hour, 1 point of damage per gauntlet. This ability cannot be aided by the heal skill. Non-lethal damage heals at a rate of 2 points of damage every 5 minutes, 1 point of non-lethal damage per gauntlet. If you lose a limb, an organ, or any other body part while wearing Bullybasher's gauntlets, the gauntlets cause it to grow back, as per the regeneration spell. In any case, only damage you take while wearing the gauntlets is healed or regenerated. Lightning Punch, so beginning at 19th level. Once per day on command, you can charge Bullybashers. Gauntlets with Chain Lightning. The next creature struck by the gauntlets is the target of the spell, and secondary bolts can strike other foes within 30 feet. A charge is maintained until the gauntlets strike a creature or you discharge it harmlessly by touching an object. The save DC is 19, or 16 plus your charisma modifier, whichever is higher. Caster level 15th. Adventure Seed, L6. Yulga earned the right to wear Bullybasher's gauntlets by defeating a goblinoid despot of his clan, but in so doing he ended up being much like the tyrant he displaced. Now that Yulga has unlocked the secrets to his gloves, he's been throwing his weight around. After laying waste to his own tribe, the bugbear forced his way into a poorly defended town where he now makes a nuisance out of himself, taunting the guards and townsfolk. Nobody in the village has been able to best the churl, so the leaders of the settlement ask the heroes to solve their bugbear problem. As the party enters the tavern, they can hear Yulga's drunken roaring, demanding ale and challenging all comers. Yulga CR6 male bugbear rogue 3 CE medium humanoid, goblinoid, init +4, senses dark vision 60 feet, listen +6, spot +6 languages common, elven, goblin AC 21, touch 14, flat-footed 17 HP 36, 6 HD, resist evasion fort +4, ref +10, will +2 speed 30 feet, 6 squares, melee Bullybashers gauntlets +9, 1d3 +5, or melee Bullybashers gauntlets +7, 1d3 +5, with 2 weapon fighting or ranged MWK composite shortbow +9, 1d6 +4 19, 20, base ATK +4, GRP +8, +12 to establish a hold, ATK options. Sneak attack +2d6, power attack special actions knock silly combat gear 3 potions of cure light wounds abilities street 18, dex 18, con 15, int 12, wis 10, CHA 6 square sturdy grip, trap finding, trap sense +1 feats improved unarmed strike, least legacy, Bullybashers gauntlets, B, power attack, 2 weapon fighting skills disable device +7, hide +8, jump +10, knowledge, local, +3, listen +6, move silently +11, open lock +10, spot +6, tumble +10 possessions combat gear masterwork chain. Shirt, Bullybashers gauntlets, masterwork. Composite shortbow, Plus 4 STR bonus, with 20 arrows, Masterwork Thieves Tools Knock Silly, Sue, 2, Day, Declare before attack roll, Miss Wastes attempt, affect damage target with Touch of Idiocy as the spell. Sturdy Grip, Sue, plus 4 bonus on opposed grapple checks to establish a hold. Tavern Brawl entranceway, cloakroom. The walls are lined with hooks on which customers' clothes and weapons have been hung. Stairs to in 20 guests currently occupy rooms on the upper floor. Sounds of battle might attract the curious, or those who just enjoy a good bar fight. This might cause the battle to spread, even spilling into other rooms. Kitchen pots are on the boil and meals are roasting in ovens for the tavern's patrons. Haunches of fresh wild game hang from the ceiling. Improvised weapons. The kitchen contains many items that are suitable as improvised weapons. Assorted cutting utensils deal 1d4 points of piercing or slashing damage, and tankards or pots deal 1d4 points of bludgeoning damage. In a pinch, a haunch of meat can serve as a club that deals 1d6 points of bludgeoning damage. The contents of boiling pots can be hurled to deal 1d6 points of scalding damage, requiring a ranged touch attack. The bar connects with the kitchen area and also has a countertop that flips upward. Tavern room. The room is filled with tables, but few customers occupy them at the moment. Chairs have been thrown aside roughly, and one long table is covered with empty mugs and food scraps. Improvised weapons. The bar and tavern room are full of items that can be used as improvised weapons. Bottles deal 1d4 points of damage, bludgeoning if whole, slashing if broken. Tankards deal 1d4 points of bludgeoning damage. Legs can be broken off chairs to deal 1d6 points of bludgeoning damage. Chairs swung with 2 hands deal 1d10 points of bludgeoning damage. Yulga at the long table is the bugbear, who has been harassing tavern customers and demanding a constant supply of food and ale. Tactical notes. Yulga is not only belligerent, he's roaring drunk. This has made him even more aggressive in combat than normal, at the same time making him less interest in self-defense. Round 1. When confronted, the bugbear lunges from his chair and swings it at the offending char actor. This is an improvised weapon that counts as a great club, 1d10 points of bludgeoning damage, for penalty on attack roll. He doesn't use power attack, since it is an impulsive move, and he can't afford additional attack penalties. This improvised weapon still deals bonus sneak attack damage if that opponent is flat-footed. Round 2. If Yulga acts early in the round, he hurls himself at the nearest character and attempts to start a grapple. Assuming the character is within 5 feet, Yulga makes 2 attacks, the first to establish a grapple and the second to smack the opponent upside the head with Bullybasher's gauntlets. He uses power attack if the opponent is lightly armored. He also makes a knock silly attempt against an obvious spellcaster, such as a cleric or sorcerer. If the opponent is more than 5 feet away, Yulga charges if possible. Round 3 and beyond, if the grapple and knock silly attempt, if used, is successful, Yulga wails away against the grappled opponent, using power attack unless the opponent is wearing substantial armor. He does not pull his punches. Khalid Borg is a leaf-bladed short sword. It is perfectly balanced, and its edge seems to glitter hungrily when it is wielded. Runic glyphs decorate the blade. Non-legacy game statistics, +1 short sword, cost 2,310 GP. Omen, the runes on the blade of this leg AC item shift and change subtly each time a new creature acquires the weapon, telling of the new wielder's exploits. The markings are actually an archaic language, and they have now shifted to tell of your heritage and deeds. History. Khalid Borg, Hard Lightning, or Hard Belly, is a legendary sword of heroes among the barbarian tribes of the Western Forests. According to their tales, it can be found only when a great hero has need of it, and when it is drawn in battle, no one can stand against it. Stories featuring the sword often credit it with cutting through armor, millstones, and even a mountain in one notable case. Although many of these stories are certainly mere legends, Khalid Borg does have many amazing powers. DC 15, Khalid Borg's most recent owner was the deposed king of the Western tribes, Fergus. Fergus was a warrior poet, famous for his legendary virility as well as his power in battle. As part of a ploy to woo a woman named Nisa, Fergus gave his throne to Nisa's son for 1 year. When Fergus tried to reclaim his rightful title, the temporary king and Fergus's tribe alike refused to accept the ruler back. Outraged at this treachery, Fergus joined forces with the queen of a rival tribe and went to war against his former kingdom. DC 18, Rite of the Stag, the warrior Nuada was said to be the son of a god, and he owned Khalid Borg before Fergus. With the aid of the sword, Nuada became a great leader of his people and ruled them wisely for many years. He was finally slain in battle by Balok, a half-fiend fire giant chieftain. Khalid Borg was buried with Nuada. Tales say the gods reclaimed it, hiding the blade until a hero again has need of its power. DC 25, Slaying Balok. Nuada was indeed the half-mortal child of a god, Lair, who crafted Khalid Borg as a gift for the ancient king. A sea deity worshipped by the Western barbar Eons, Lair is a mysterious entity who claims to be the oldest of his pantheon. He is portrayed not only as a keeper of many secrets and mysteries, but also as a benevolent protector and guardian of the blessed isles where the spirits of the dead dwell. Many of the greatest heroes of the Western tribes' legends are said to be the foster children of Lair. DC 31, Rite of the Sea's Child. Legacy Rituals. 3 rituals are required to unlock all the abilities of Khalid Borg. Rite of the Stag. To the Western barbarians, the stag is a symbol of virility and fertility, but the name of this ritual is actually a sly nod toward Fergus's reputation. To pass this rite, you have to emulate the deposed king of legend by successfully wooing at least 5 persons in a 24-hour period. No physical intimacy need occur, you merely need to improve the attitudes of the 5 selected persons from neutral to friendly. See the sidebar Influencing NPC Attitudes, page 72 of the player's handbook. You can accomplish this task by using skills, performing deeds, or even casting spells. Cost: 1,700 GP. Feat granted: Least Legacy, Khalid Borg. Slaying Balok, you must face a giant, with a CR equal to your level or higher, maximum CR 16, in single combat. Khalid Borg must be your only weapon, but you can use any spells, abilities, or other magic items you possess. Cost: 13,500 GP. Feat granted: Lesser Legacy, Khalid Borg. Rite of the Sea's Child, you are required to seek the blessings of Lair. To do so, you must travel out to sea for a day's journey beyond sight of land, wrap yourself in heavy iron chains, and leap into the water. You must then survive at the bottom of the ocean for 1 day, facing whatever challenges Lair poses, from hungry aquatic monsters to mystery OU's puzzles. Cost: 38,000 GP. Feat granted: Greater Legacy, Khalid Borg. Wielder requirements. Barbarians, fighters, and rangers get the most use out of Khalid Borg, but any character who focuses on melee combat will find the sword a welcome addition to his arsenal. Khalid Borg wielder requirements: base attack bonus +3, perform any 1 rank power attack. Legacy item abilities. All the following are legacy item abilities of Khalid Borg. Strength of Heroes, so at 5th level, you gain a +2 enhancement bonus to strength. This bonus rises to +4 at 11th level and to +6 th at 17th level. Bull's Charge, so at 6th level, you gain a +4 bonus on the opposed strength check made during a bull rush attempt, and you push your opponent back an additional 5 feet if the attempt is successful. Defiance of Heroes, so at 8th level, you gain a +2 resistance bonus on all saving throws. Sword Eater, so at 9th level and higher, when you use Khalid Borg to attempt to sunder an opponent's weapon, you gain a +4 bonus on the opposed attack roll. You deal 4 extra points of damage when using Khalid Borg against any object. Unstoppable Cleave, so starting at 15th level, even if you fail to drop an opponent with an extra attack granted by the Great Cleave feat when wielding Khalid Borg, you can still make an extra attack against another eligible foe as though you had dropped the previous enemy. This ability can be used only once per round. Imprisoning Stroke, so beginning at 20th level, once per day you can imprison a foe struck by the sword beneath the earth, as the imprisonment spell. You must declare that you are activating the effect before you make the attack roll. A struck creature must make a will save to avoid the spell's effects. The save DC is 23, or 19 plus your charisma modifier, whichever is higher. If the attack misses, the ability is wasted for the day. Caster level 17th. Adventure Seed, L7. While traveling through a forested land, the explorers hear of Khalid Borg and its Fey Guardian. That sentinel is Kyrotates, a satyr. Kyrotates fancies himself a fierce combatant and challenges any who cross his path, secondarily guarding a fairy ring from trespassers and Khalid Borg from the unworthy. He's not interested in battling to the death, though, and any warrior who can best the mighty satyr in one-on-one combat wins. Khalid Borg irritates uses his bard abilities only when threatened by multiple opponents and does not possess pipes. Irritates CR7 male satyr bard 2, fighter 2 CN medium fey init +6, senses low light vision, listen +14, spot +14 languages common, Sylvan. AC 22, touch 13, flat-footed 20, dodge HP 63, 9 HD, DR5, cold iron fort +9, ref +9, wall +9. Speed 40 feet, 8 squares, melee Khalid Borg +9, 1d6 +5, and headbutt +3, 1d6 +2, base ATK +5, GRP +9 ATK options cleave, improved bull rush plus bull's charge, +12 total on bull rushes, improved sunder and sword eater, +17 total on sunder attempts with Khalid Borg, 1d6 +9 damage, power attack combat gear potion of cure light wounds bard spells known, CL second. First, 1 a day, cure light wounds, DC 14, lesser confusion, DC 14, 0, 3 day, dancing lights, detect magic, ghost sound, DC 13, lullaby, DC 13, prestidigitation abilities street 18, dex 14, con 16, int 12, wis 10, CHA 16 square bardic knowledge +3, bardic music 2 a day, inspire courage +1, fascinate 1 target, countersong, feats alertness B, cleave, dodge, improved bull rush B, improved initiative, improved sunder B, least legacy, Khalid Borg, B, power attack skills balance +5, bluff +11, diplomacy +7, hide +13, intimidate +11, knowledge, nature, +9, listen +14, move silently +13, perform, dance, +12, perform, wind instruments, +15, sense motive +5, spot +14 possessions combat gear plus masterwork chain shirt, masterwork light wooden shield, Khalid Borg, ring of protection +1, recorder bull's charge, Sue, +4 bonus on bull rush attempts. Opponent pushed +5 feet on success. Sword Eater, Sue, +4 bonus on sunder attempts with Khalid Borg. +4 points of damage when using Khalid Borg against any object. Satyr's Glen. Fairy ring. Anyone stepping into this ring of standing stones feels a strange, giddy sensation. This magically induced emotion is a mind-affecting effect, and it has an equal chance of granting someone a +1 morale bonus or a 1 morale penalty on attack rolls and saving throws. Roll D%, 01, 50 grants the bonus, 51, 00 grants the penalty. This effect lasts as long as the character remains in the circle and an additional 1d6 rounds after she leaves it. A stone can be knocked over with a DC 20 strength check, which immediately ends any active effects and enrages Kyrotates. The satyr attacks the character who knocked over a stone. Oak trees. These oak trees are easy to climb DC 5, and their thick foliage grants concealment to creatures in their branches. They also make excellent vantage points for snipers. Anyone attempting to fire a longbow must either take a 2 penalty on attack rolls due to the awkwardness of firing from a sitting position or make a DC 15 balance check each round to stand on a branch. This pool is shallow around the edges but deepens to 15 feet rapidly. Moving through the squares that make up the edge of the pool counts as moving through difficult terrain. Any character who travels more than 1 square into the pool must begin to swim.
This was brought to you by Franklin County Internet Gaming Society on YouTube and Facebook, Roger Hansen on Patreon, and Gaming with Infamous on Discord. Thanks for stopping by. Listen to our podcast on any of these platforms: Anchor, Breaker, Overcast, Pocket Casts, Radio Public, Spotify. Support us on Patreon, and check us out on Discord. All the links can be found in the video description below. We thank you for your participation. If you enjoyed, please like, subscribe, share, make comments. We love feedback.